it has finished Altrincham 4, Wealdstone 1 in front of 1,740 at the J. Davidson Stadium this evening. Not a very nice evening weather-wise, but Phil Parkinson, a really, really important victory.
Yeah, it was vital that we got 3 points, as it is from every game now. But as we found on Saturday, it's not always going to go our way. It's going to be a tough old end to the season because everybody's got something to fight for. So knowing Wealdstone the way we do, we knew it would be a really tough first half, which is how we found it. And then we found a groove in the second half, didn't we, and went on to win quite comfortably. It
seemed in the first half an hour that the fans were pretty nervous and the players were a bit jittery too.
I thought we were just poor. We were poor in the opening exchanges. It's as poor as I've seen us, to be fair, in terms of us, not the opposition, playing really well. We were really poor in the probably first 35, and Ethan Ross, I probably thought should have got man of the match today, just on that ability to keep us in the game, a bit like Boreham would. I've certainly given him the manager's one. Not taking anything away from, I think it was Ozzy who got man of the match, by the way, but I thought that's what a top keeper does. When you're not playing your best at key moments, he manages to keep you in the game, and that gives us a platform then. And as soon as we got a goal against probably the run of play with Noobs, even though I felt he should have had a hat-trick in the first half. Noobs turns up and does what Noobs does, absolutely clinical, probably doesn't get the credit he deserves because of how good of a season Chris is having. But Noobs has been an integral part of what we're doing, and he gave us that lifeline with the goal he got for us.
Yeah, certainly his goals have been absolutely vital. He's had an excellent season. Elliot Osborne, I think, has won man of the match because he's had a really good solid game, but he's involved in 2 of the goals, 2 magnificent balls, particularly the equalising goal, which was a pivotal moment in this match.
Elliot's been fantastic all season, and they're the levels that we expect him to hit, and he's capable of. He's one of the senior players in the team, and when Elliot's on form, the whole team play well. I know the opposition are very aware of that as well. They all try and snuff him out, but luckily for us, we've got a very capable understudy in George Wilson, who's popped up with a goal himself today, and he's equally as adept at switching play, getting on the half turn, driving forward. So we're really lucky that we found George. Well, not lucky, a lot of hard work went into that, but Elliot and George in there with Isaac missing, it's been a seamless turnaround. Full credit to George, but Elliot's been able to take him under his wing and really help him kick on. But as you said about Elliot's performance today, sorry I'm going around the houses there, Elliot was absolutely an integral part of why we got that win.
Saturday we were really good first half and Gateshead was superb second half. It's almost like the exact opposite this evening, and at one point we were thinking we might go on for another 6-1 victory.
Yeah, well, it never does go your own way. I mean, you look at the Gateshead result tonight against Hartlepool, was at 7-1, and we're really upset that we've been beat 3-2, and it was a game of 2 halves where you were saying they were superb second half. I thought we were superb first half. We out-possessioned them, which we haven't probably done before. We were very, very dominant in the first half, but people are always going to remember the latter part of the game where they were more dominant than us. But as we always do, we analyse the game. We were well in that game, and the bit that's hurt us this season is just moments of individual lapses of concentration or mistakes, and that's why fundamentally they beat us. But ultimately there's nothing between us two, and look what they've gone and done to Hartlepool today. So when we get a little bit disappointed at times, when we don't get a result, just look around and see what opposition are doing to other teams as well, like the York City result, where probably people thought we were okay and York were terrible, and then they go and win 2 on the bounce. We're a very, very good team, and where I'm saying Noobs probably doesn't get the credit he deserves. I don't think the team always get the credit they deserve with some of the results that they've churned out this season. The expectations gone through the roof, as you would expect, because of how good they've been. But the realisation of it is we've got lads learning on the job and punching above the weight, and I'm so pleased with them tonight that they didn't crumble under that first half where we weren't at it. And that's where I'm saying the growth and players coming of age. You look at how Jake Cooper started the first half and how he finished the second half. He grew into the game, whereas probably seasons before when he's been here, if it's not going his way, he wouldn't have been able to cope with that. And that just shows the growth in people like Coops and Bainesy at the back, Eddie, Banco. It's superb to see.
Scored a great goal very early in the second half. Chris Conclark, who, let's not forget, is providing a huge number of assists, releasing Alex Newby down the left. Great run from Alex Newby, and he's delivered the ball on a plate for George Wilson. What a moment, what a sweet strike for your first National League goal.
Yeah, it was great, and not to put a dampener on it, but he lost his man for their goal on the corner. And at half time there was a few tough words said to all the players, and George included, and George was superb there in terms of the levels that he's been hitting this season since he's come in, and we all know he's capable of goal, and it was a fine finish, wasn't it, that he chipped in with. So really delighted for George that, one, he showed the mentality to be able to bounce back from losing his man in the box, but two, to score that goal was the icing on the cake, and again another young player developing and growing game on game.
Third goal also a picture goal, slide rule ball from Elliot Osborne again. Dan Mooney with a right foot delivery, and Lewis Banks has made a terrific run and a fine finish.
Another full-back scoring a goal, so I'm not quite sure how many Lewis is on now. Is it 3?
4, I think.
Is it 4? There you go. Our full-back's getting in the box. Shows how expansive the team are capable of being, and again really pleased with people like Lewis being able to get that goal. But the unselfish play, we keep saying to the players, the name on the front of the shirt is more important than the name on the back, and as you said, Dan there using his right foot to find the player in space is great to see.
And to cap it all, Chris Conclark has capitalised on an error by Jack Cook, released Regan Linney, and he did that 3 or 4 times in the second half. And Regan's first shot saved, but he's followed up, and he's deserved that one tonight.
He has, and he beats himself up when he doesn't score a goal, and he shouldn't, because he's a top player, he's a top forward at this level. But just touching on what you're saying about Chris there, when Chris works that hard off the ball, you saw it Gateshead away where he took the ball off Regan Booty, very similar to what you've seen him do there. He's very capable of that, and when Chris gets that right every single week, you'll be seeing Chris in the Football League flying up the ladder, because he's got all the attributes needed on the ball, and he's getting it off the ball now, and it's only a matter of time before I think we'll see that happen for Chris, because he's been that good this season with his numbers, his return. He's a fantastic player to work with. He's receptive to constructive criticism, let's say, and he's delivering the goods for us. And he was very unselfish of him today, because a player like him loves scoring winners, loves scoring goals, but he's playing for the team, and he's got his mate a goal there. 1740.
It's a horrible night. England are on TV live, so 1,500 less than Saturday, but they really made themselves heard.
Brilliant. I've lost count of how many times I've been saying our fans are superb, the connection's brilliant. I know sometimes people get frustrated with me because I'll say what I'm seeing and I'll be real about things, but ultimately the realisation of it is our fans have grown with the team this season. We're asking more of them, they're delivering, but I'd like to think we're delivering on the pitch as well, so we'll keep matching that, and hopefully one day we'll be in the Football League, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take everybody to keep looking at what they're doing, how they're contributing, whether it be a fan, a steward, the medical team, the S&C coaches, the directors, myself, the players. If we just accept what we're doing, we'll never move forward and we'll never grow. If we have to have uncomfortable comments and conversations, and we're willing to take criticism, as we all have to, then we'll just absolutely explode as a club, and that's the direction we're going. So please bear with me. I know I might be frustrating at times, but I absolutely appreciate every single person who comes and supports our teams. I can't control the social media mafia, but the ones who are here and deliver for us, I've got nothing but appreciation for. Thank you.
5 games left now, starting with a Good Friday clash at Agborough. We know that's going to be a tough game. They've had a free week. We've had to play on Tuesday night, and it's a place where we haven't won in the league since the 1990s, so Friday would be a good time to change all that.
It will. It's always been a tough game there. I felt we were really unlucky the last couple of occasions we've been, and hopefully our luck can turn on Friday. But listen, Phil's got them fighting tooth and nail, and they look a different animal to what we've played previously, but we've got something to fight for as well. As much as they want to fight for survival, we're fighting for playoffs, so I think it'll be a war of attrition on Friday, let's put it that way, because I don't think there'll be any quarter asked for or given, and we'll be going there for the win. That's one thing's for absolutely sure there, and we've got to go and take all the points if we want to keep climbing the table, because everyone around us will keep taking points. So it's imperative that we go with a real positive mindset, recover as well as we can, study them even more than we already have done, and give the players the best information possible. But ultimately, once they cross that white line, it's about delivering the goods now, getting the result, and they'll be in exactly the same situation. So anybody wanting to watch a real competitive game, I couldn't recommend one any more highly than that.
And we're back up into the playoff places, 6th position in the league. One or two teams have got a game in hand or two on us, but important to get back in there.
Yeah, they've got to win, haven't they? So it was important that we keep turning the screw. If we would have lost tonight, that would have been really difficult for us then, knowing that they've got that game in hand, but now they've got to win to leapfrog us, and that's probably how it's going to be from now to the end of the season. I can see it going all the way down to the Oxford game, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I think that's the way we've been performing. We've been a little bit inconsistent at times, but hopefully that's us showing an element of consistency at home again, and we've looked a little bit more likely away from home in terms of results, so let's hope we can take that good form going into Friday.